Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. It's your girl, Shay Prophet. And we're going to be doing Kenneth Petty. And so if you don't know who Kenny Petty is, he is Nicki Minaj's husband. And if you don't know, he was convicted of attempted rape, sorry for the fludger, attempted rape in the 1990s. So I recently watched Nosey Heaux live. I love her channel. Big shout out to her. And she came through with the survivor of, this traumatized event that happened to her years and years ago. And I want insight. I heard her. I acknowledge that I heard her. And she seems really credible. She said things that I'm a survivor as well. Only survivors would say, like, I did something wrong. Maybe if I didn't wear that. Maybe that is something a survivor says. And I want to know what really happened. And I'm going to be doing something different that I normally don't do. I don't allow spirits typically to come in and talk to me while I'm reading tarot cards. I ask my spirit guides, but for this one, I'm allowing anyone that wants to speak for the survivor of the assault that happened to her in the early 1990s with Kenneth Petty. And so beforehand, I always ask my spirit guides to join me. And so I already put them in the room of they're saying they're sorry that they let her down, and we should have done better by her. So with them saying that, I have to go with the notion that she's telling the truth. And y'all can say I'm doing this for money. I'm against Nicki or whatever. Let me just tell you, I'm not any of those things. I'm not getting paid for this reading. No one asked me to do this reading. I'm not monetized. I'm not in it. I have a regular 9-to-5 job. I don't need nobody's fucking money. And every first of the month, the VA pays me because I'm a vet. That's a disabled vet. So don't get it twisted. I get my own coins how I get them. I wanted to do this because I watched Nosey Heaux live video. I was in her live stream today. And it was just so sad to hear her speak about it and have so many different things going on. So this reading that I'm going to do with, the spirits that are associated with her around me to give me insight. And like I said, I typically don't ask them for insight. I just let the cards lay where they lay. And this is going to be different. So excuse me if I quiver in my voice. It's because not only do I get to hear things, I feel what they feel. I feel the sadness in it. So excuse me as if I may get a little emotional, and I'm okay. I promise. I promise. So let's ask. I don't even want to say why, because Nosey gave it a good answer of it was a power trip. But let's ask what is going to happen next. With the survivor and telling her story. What is that going to be like? They say trouble. I would agree. When you speak out and these people have money, trouble comes with it. And I'm sure my comment section is going to be lit the fuck up. But let me just tell you, I ain't scared of nobody. Let me just get that out there. Let me just put that out there. I'm a fucking vet. And not saying that vets are, God, like, they feel like they can do anything, but I just want to let them know, like, I was prepared to die in the Army. So if I was prepared to die then, I want you to know outside of that mentality still stands. So whatever y'all feel like y'all want to say, y'all not hurting me. Y'all not taking nothing away from my life. I promise you. On the first, I will have to pay my bills regardless if y'all like me or not. Regardless if y'all believe me or not. Every month my bills are due. So if my bills are due and y'all motherfuckers not helping me, I don't give a damn what y'all say. Y'all don't have to believe me. I will wake up tomorrow just the fucking same. I just want to put that out there. For the people that come, and they're going to come. I know they're going to come. But it's okay. Once again, y'all don't scare me. I will keep doing this the way I've done it before. And for the trolls, let me just tell you, I will do a video about you and I will lay your shit bare. Don't fuck with me. Just gonna put that out there. Feel me when I say shit. First card. Yeah, it's 5 of Cups. And so I pulled this deck because it gives you an understanding of everything that's going on. And I'm going to do a Celtic spread. It says an emotional upheaval. Life seems unbearable. Separation from the one you love. External events are stressful and out of your control. This speaks to everything that is going on in this lady's life. Like, for real. The Death card. So it is not the literal death, and I pulled the Death card in other ways in other videos. For this, I think this is saying not literally her death. It's saying like the death of what she's been running from. The death of that scared, hurt teenager that she had to be growing up. And, you know, this woman's 40. You watching Nosey whole life, she says how old she is in the video. I think that's what it's saying. It's saying that through all this hardship, she is going to be reborn in who she should be, who she was meant to be outside of this one event that has changed her life forever. What's below her? I think financial issues is what's below her. Like having financial issues and then being okay for a little bit, you know, that's what's below her. So she was okay, you know, prior. I don't know what it is now. I don't know. I just don't know. This is the past. So she had a past relationship that was on the up and up. She had love. I would never say that this event inhibited her to be loved. I would say this event probably inhibited her from really expressing and being vulnerable. Because when you're a survivor, you're constantly surviving. Like, you constantly don't want to be hurt. You're constantly watching, you know, who's looking at me or who's doing this, that, and the third. And it's very stressful. It's very consuming at times. And until you get a handle on it, and a handle meaning you're going to seek a therapy and get a handle on it, it can be a lot. I went through years of therapy to get a handle of, you know, me being a survivor. Years. Luckily, I'm a vet, so it's free. And what's above her currently? It's grief, emotional pain, and depression, guilt, deep regret over something you've done. First of all, let me just say, as someone who's a survivor also, we didn't do anything. It's not that we looked a certain way. It's not that we said something. And I spent years thinking I did something wrong. And I'm sure she feels that way. And like Nosey said in her video, there's nothing we could have done. I replayed my events over in my head, over and over and over again. Maybe I said something. Maybe I looked a certain way. Maybe if I would have wore something different. That has nothing to do with nothing. It's about control. It's about control. What is in the near future? I think she learns how to stand on her own and feel comfortable with saying her story. And I think that's why Nosey gave her the platform of being like, she's like, you're here to tell your story and I'm going to let you do it. And the barbs came for her in the comments. Like, if you look at the live chat, the barbs came out. I mean, I don't understand why. Like Nosey said, Nicki Minaj chose to marry this man that was convicted and who pled. You pled. You said that you were going to always register as a sex offender. These are things that you did. This is your actions. You can't go back in time now that you're in this new relationship. You have to live by your consequences of what you decided that you were going to do. Whether you felt that you were guilty, not guilty, whatever, you signed that information. You did that. And now you want her to recant her story? Come on now. Come on. She's been living with this story for 20 some odd years. And I believe she's telling the truth. And what is our last card? I think that they gonna keep hitting at her. I think that it's gonna keep being tough. I would love to say that it's gonna get easier, but I think when you survive something so traumatic, it always stays with you. It's like a memory that doesn't go away. You put it at the back of your head and you make excuses and this, that, and the third. But I feel like her mother figures failed her, and they would agree with me. And they're very remorseful. One thing I learned about when you cross over, you see everything that you did and didn't do. You see everything that you could have done. You see that people that you affected by not doing things. And I think these women in her life are very remorseful. I'm not sure if she ever sees this video, but they're very sorry that they let her down. Very, very sad. Yeah. This story was not about Nicki Minaj. So for the barbs that come from me, just know that Nicki Minaj made that fucking decision. She's in her 30s just like me. You have a choice to marry someone. You chose to marry someone who was a convicted pedophile. I'm just saying. That was a conscientious decision that you decided to go work with. And when you took that with your brand. So when you say woo woo woo, I don't care, you care. Your brand matters to you. Your brand is your bread and butter. So yeah, you make a decision, you gotta live with that shit. There's no undoing anything. And so him being a sexual offender and having to register wherever he moves is gonna follow y'all for the rest of y'all lives. Your events that your kids have, he can't go to. That's something you conscientiously knew. When it's parties and stuff, he can't be there. He can't. So he can't go to any school events. He can't do anything like that. He cannot be around kids. That was something that she made a choice to marry into. No one forced her hand. I'm just saying. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying, when you make decisions, take everything that comes with that decision that's being made and own it and work within it. So you know your son, whenever he grows up, his father cannot be there. If he wanted to play football, his father cannot be there. If he wanted to play soccer, his father cannot be there. That's just how that rolls. That's how the stone keeps going rolling. Because he is a registered sex offender. That's what happens when you marry a sex offender. You conscientiously marry them. That is my spill. I say to the survivor of Kenny Petty, I wish you well. Know that the women that were supposed to be there for you, they're sorry that they failed you. And yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace. Oh, and remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Yeah, I can't ever forget that. And if you want one-on-one sessions, I'm linking the information down below for my coach. She's amazing. And y'all have a good one.